Hi guys, it's Britt Lyons. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be responding to and reacting to some of you guys' assumptions. I asked you guys on Instagram what you assumed about me from knowing me on YouTube and on Instagram. I wanted to respond to those, and I will say, I'm not sure exactly who started this trend. I think it was Avery Ovard, Ovard's sister, but I figured that the best time for me to do this video would be right before my birthday. So actually my birthday, you guys are seeing this on Sunday the 10th, I believe. So my birthday will be February 15th. Even though like you guys might assume something just by watching someone online or following someone online, it doesn't mean that you always know them. And I think it's very easy to feel like you know people that you follow just because you might see like certain aspects of their life that you feel like is 100%, but in reality, a lot of us on social media are only showing a certain part of our life. There's so much to our lives than just the 10 minutes of footage that you might see on someone's channel. So just keep that in mind, that even though you feel like you might be able to know someone really well, it's a little bit different to know someone like behind a camera. So just keep that in mind. And without further ado, let's get on into these assumptions because I can't wait to see what you guys said. I'm not really going to give credit with these assumptions because some of them are a little bit invasive, so I'm just kind of going to say them, and if you guys want to say in the comments who you were and what assumption that you had, you can feel free to do that and expose yourself. The first assumption I had was that you were a nice and funny girl and an excellent friend. And I try to be the best friend that I can to people. A trait that I have that I actually really like about myself is that I am really reliable. I'm a very dependable person. If people ask me for something, 90% of the time, if I'm able to do it, I'll do it. That is, I guess, a correct assumption, I suppose. I feel like this is also one of those assumptions that's going to be my friends and my family would be able to like physically vouch for that. The second assumption I have here is that I was born with pink hair. Unfortunately, I was not born with pink hair, but I wish I was, and I'm not actually sure if I'm going to keep the pink or not. If you guys really like it, let me know in the comments because I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. Someone had an assumption that said you have a big heart, and I would definitely agree with that. I am an empath for sure. I think that I give a lot of my time and energy to making sure that other people are as happy as they possibly can be, which sometimes is exhausting, and honestly I should focus a little bit more on myself sometimes. Sometimes it's easier to focus on other people's problems rather than your own. That got really deep, but it's true. Don't get me wrong, I 100% have my flaws.
I have flaws. What are they? Oh, I don't know. I sing in the shower.
So I would agree with that. Someone assumed that I believe in soulmates, and I don't know, it's kind of like weird. The best analogy that I guess I can give is that when you're going home from work or home from school, you probably have several routes to actually get to your house, and that'll be up to you the type of routes that you would choose. And your home is going to always be ever present, but you have these multiple routes where you can take either one and it'll still get you to the same destination. You'll still wind up at the same place, but the route that you take might be different. So that's, I guess, kind of like how I see like fate and destiny and like soulmates and stuff like that. But I think that there are handfuls of people in your lives that you meet at certain times that are just like meant to be in your life. So you're half right. Someone said if you were a domestic animal, you would be a cat. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't really like have any other animal that like resembles me, I guess, or like that I feel like I like act like. I have 2 cats as well. I never really thought that I'd own cats, but I really like them. I really like all animals, honestly, except snakes. Not into them. Alyssa assumed that I am a type A personality, and I feel like that's kind of like a running joke because I always say that I'm a type A personality because I am. I'm very organized, very meticulous, and I like to stick to a plan. I don't mind being impulsive once in a while, but I like to have like my foundation figured out for the most part. I would say I'm definitely more type A than type B. Someone assumed that Halloween is my favorite holiday, and they are correct. Halloween is definitely my favorite holiday. I really enjoy Halloween. I think it's a lot of fun, and yeah, so that assumption is absolutely correct. Another assumption is that you had a purity ring in high school. I absolutely did. I think my nana gave me a purity ring when I was like 14 or something like that. My cousin also had one. You know, there's nothing wrong with not being into purity rings or being into them, in my opinion. You know, it's just personal preference. For me, I was terrified terrified in high school of being pregnant. I'm glad I waited, but again, there's nothing wrong with not waiting. It's just, again, personal preference. Another assumption was that I was a bully in school, and that is very far from the truth. I will say I do have a serious case of resting face. It is a hereditary condition, and so there's nothing that can really be done about that, unfortunately, you know? Like, I try to smile, but it's hard, it's hard. I don't like to make people feel like they can come up to me and kidnap me. But I was not a bully in school. I actually got bullied in school, so no, quite the opposite. Another assumption is that I am taller than I say that I am. No, that's not true. I don't know how tall this person exactly thinks that I am, but I am exactly 5 foot. Alyssa, who is my best friend, if you guys don't know, is 5'9", and if I stand next to her, you can tell because she's 9 inches taller than me, so I like my height. I am satisfied because I can win at hide and seek very efficiently if I want to, which is just really convenient. I am very short, I am very small. It's got its pros and cons for sure, but no, I am not taller than I say I am. The last assumption that I have is that YouTube is my dream job, and I will 110% agree with that. I struggled for a long time with never finishing things. It was just kind of like hobbies and things like that, like I would start doing and then not finish them. YouTube is the only thing that I've ever continuously come back to, and if you have been following me for a while, you would know that I have said that in multiple videos, that I've always done YouTube, I've always come back to it. It's always been like my favorite thing to do, and so yeah, it absolutely is my dream job, and if I can make people happy and take some, you know, stress out of their day by putting up a video, then I'm satisfied and I feel fulfilled for sure. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed filming it because it was kind of like a Q&A, but I almost feel like I kind of like got to tell you guys a little bit more about me and like elaborate on more. Maybe I'll do one of these again in the future because I really did enjoy this. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's video. I know that this one was actually really short, but I didn't really get a lot of assumptions and I still wanted to film this video for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, definitely hit the thumbs up and also hit subscribe to become a member of the Lyons Den because I would love to have you. Also, let me know in the comments, what are your assumptions about me, because I will answer them continuously in the comments for you. All of my social media is going to be listed down below, so make sure to follow all of that so you can hang out with me in between uploads, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!